So, I think about you a lot. And it has taken a lot longer than I thought it would to finally get to a place of forgiveness, for appreciation. I thought about writing you a letter. Uh, I guess an email, a text message. But then it's like something about being able to articulate, like needing you to hear me say it. Needing me to hear me say it. And don't, for a second, just for a second, before you allow yourself to get offended, hear me. Hear me. Hear me in my heart. Hear me at my core. Hear the highest version of me when I say, I forgive you. I appreciate what you brought to my life. I believe that I even understand why things went the way they went. What was really happening. But this is also me saying, I release you. Like, in all gratitude, honor, and thanks, I release that energetic tie between the two of us. They say at some point you start to realize that the boundaries and the shields and the walls and the defenses that you put up to protect yourself, while they were needed when you erected them, when you put the wall up, when like everything about who you were was what I needed at the time. It was how I coped. How I coped with not knowing Not knowing, wanting to not be this way forever, but not knowing if it was some kind of curse, like it was gonna always be this way. There was this version of me. I was hiding from me behind the idea of who I thought I was. I was hiding. Oh man, and I put so much pressure on you. A lot of pressure on you. What I feel like is going on is like, I don't know which cultural, like where this started culturally, but you know when people take lanterns or little boats and they put the intention on it for a loved one, and they maybe say their goodbyes to a loved one. This is what I feel like is going on right now. I'm saying, I'm sorry. I'm saying I'm sorry that I didn't understand what was going on then. I'm sorry that I wasn't more supportive. I'm sorry that I wasn't more present. I just didn't know. I didn't know that you were just doing the best you can, like the best you could in that moment, with the information and the knowledge that you knew. You were just trying to make it, because life be lifing. And then something happened. I think it almost feels like a personality switch. Something started to change in me, and I could tell that you noticed. And on one end, I could tell that you were excited for me, but I also believe that you were afraid for me, because I think you understood even before I understood that where I was going, where I was headed, I couldn't get there with you. That I was going to have to let you go to get to my next destination. That had to hurt. After everything that we've been through, it had to hurt to feel like I was about to leave you behind. Like almost a little like, who the hell you think you are to leave me behind? You gonna need me before I need you. You ain't the only one that's gone through something. The fear of not being needed anymore. It sucks. I'm sorry. And this isn't me saying something is wrong with you, or it's your fault. It's something you did or something you said, or if you had just been someone else. Mm-mm. You were exactly who you were then and now, exactly who you were supposed to be. The issue is not you. It's me. I've had a moment where I finally realized that it was time to let you go. That I was no longer the version of myself that you know, that you were aware of, and that I couldn't fully step into this new version of myself with you because you were a constant reminder of who I used to be. And you only know me to be that person. And unfortunately, I couldn't be this version of myself with you. I changed. You were there, man. Through it all. You were there. You were there. I don't even really remember the day it started. But you protected my mind. You protected me. It's like those footprints in the sand, right? Sometimes we walked together, and sometimes you needed to carry me. So I can't even put a year or a time frame on it, but I wanted to thank you, Sandra. I thank you for being who I needed you to be when I needed you to be that. And I release you. I release you instead of asking you to take down your walls so that I can be a better version of me. I'm going to allow you to keep your walls. And I know that sounds crazy, but I am you and you are me. It's just that trying to get you to get rid of the walls is almost impossible. So I have to leave you and release you and allow you to be who you were with appreciation, to love with love and gratitude for everything that you were to me, Sandra. I gotta let you go. Because I gotta go be Sandra. I gotta go be the new up-to-date, upgraded version of me. So I have to let the old, outdated version of me go. It's so crazy because it's like I spent so long fighting with Sandra .1 on my way to becoming Sandra 2.0. That is, I didn't realize what was going on. I was trying to change Sandra 1.0 so that I could be Sandra 2.0. But what I needed to do was let go of the old version of me so that I could step into the new version of me. But I couldn't let 1.0 go when I was so hell-bent on changing 1.0. 1.0 was who she needed to be when she needed to be 1.0. Man, she went through some things. Some things that 2.0 is grateful that 1.0 went through. It's like I've learned from what 1.0 went through. But the tools where 2.0 is going, 1.0 can't go. I can't go with my old self. This is not, I can't imagine how this makes 1.0 feel. Let me say that differently. Sandra, I can't imagine how it must make you feel. After all that you've done for me, that I'm telling you that you can't go with me to this next place. But if I'm being real with you, you don't really want to go with me. You like it over there. 1.0, it makes sense for you to be where you are. Because you're functional there. You have a purpose there. You're needed there. So I'm going to leave you there, Sandra 1.0, so that you can continue doing the great work that Sandra 1.0 needs to do over there. They need Sandra 1.0 over there. So I appreciate everything you have done for me, Sandra. I do. I forgive you. I appreciate you. I understand you. I love you. And I will never forget that I am the only reason I'm Sandra 2.0 is because of Sandra 1.0. But I'm also ready to release you. It's too hard fighting with who I used to be yesterday. Trying to convince myself that I don't need to do this or that anymore. Trying to convince the old me to come with me, to come and be the new me with me. And the old me is like, no, but I like it here. Why don't you just stay here? But I'm not effective where Sandra 1.0 is. I gotta go be where Sandra 2.0 is needed. And I think it's taken how long it has taken. But I am ready to let Sandra 1.0 go. I'm ready to release Sandra 1.0 in gratitude, in love, and in light. In love and light. Let's get it.